The Vancouver Canucks arrived home to a hero's welcome in the wee hours of the morning. But you have to wonder, are these guys the Canucks or the Beatles? The enthusiasm for the Canucks spilling over to the local airwaves with this tune serenading the Rangers.
Check out the size of Mark Messier's head. We've waited so long, maybe 24 years. Now Mike Keenan's crying as Vancouver cheers. We want that cup.
The Canucks opted not to practice following Game 5, but they did show up at Pacific Coliseum for meetings and to spend some time in their hyperbaric chamber. Vancouver is the only team in the NHL which owns one of these oxygen chambers. The purpose to speed the healing of injuries by increasing the amount of oxygen in the blood.
I think it works better with some injuries than others. I think that, throughout the playoffs, it's been helpful in recovery, especially with the travel we've gone through.
I think it helps, even if it's mental, as long as it helps. As long as it makes you feel better, it's all right.
Just as they did on their last trip to Vancouver, the Rangers came over to the Coliseum straight from the airport and held a short workout. Some controversy creeping into Rangers camp with published reports that coach Mike Keenan was on the verge of accepting a job with the Detroit Red Wings.
This whole nonsense about me leaving New York, I mean, there's no foundation to it, there's no truth to it. It's absolutely unfounded. There's nothing to it, but every day there's a different angle, a different story, a different distraction. And that's why people haven't been able to win there in 54 years, because of all the things you have to deal with.
Game day outside Pacific Coliseum. The marquee says New York is worried. But as expected, the Rangers did show up for Game 6, as did Pavel Bure and the rest of his Vancouver Canuck teammates. In the bowels, center Cliff Running, working on a stick handling before the biggest game of his NHL career, while New York's Greg Gilbert fulfills an interview request. And Canucks defenseman Jeff Brown spends a few minutes in the stands working on his mental preparation.
I love these guys! Go in the cup! 1940! 1940! 1940! Let's go Rangers! Let's go Rangers!
Farrah Fawcett and Ryan O'Neal among the celebrities in the crowd, along with Susan Sarandon and MacGyver, Richard Dean Anderson.
Tonight I got to pull for Vancouver, and hopefully it goes back to New York, so we'll have a dramatic Game 7 at Madison Square Garden.
There, help him! Hit him! Hit him!
Mike Richter kept the Rangers in this one early. On this sequence, he comes up big with 3 saves. On the play, New York defenseman Brian Leetch was called for a holding. The Canucks go on the power play.
Power play and a shot. Goal, Brown. Leaving up. 5 minutes here, boys. 5 minutes.
Guys, don't stop. Fuck. We play better. Let's continue.
And continue they did. In the second period, Pavel Bure with the blast off the face mask of Richter, who was okay. The Rangers came right back. Sergei Nemchinov to Glenn Anderson, who shoots off the crossbar. Anderson, as well as the entire Ranger bench, thought it was in. But it was ruled no goal.
Let's get a flat the gas pedal here, boys.
Bure waits, pass to Lume for Cordall, he moves in, and he scores! He says no goal. Bill McCreary says yes.
Let's keep going. We go in.
Canucks leading 2-0. Mike Keenan with some instruction for his power play unit.
Puck's deep there, boys. Make the defenseman turn around.
Pass across to Kovalov, he's got it. Slides it to Messier. Messier waiting. Back to Kovalov. He's looking. Pass, score! It's a power play goal! The Rangers are on the board.
Late second period, Pavel Bure cutting it on Richter, who comes up big once again. So the Rangers started the third period still trailing 2-1.
Comes out in front. Can he get a shot? shot off. It's blocked by Lyndon. Noonan shoots, and it hit the post.
A very nice gesture by Tim Hunter. Midway through the third, Jeff Brown beats Richter for his second goal of the game. It's 3-1 for the Canucks. But if not for Richter, the Rangers could have been hopelessly behind. Bure stopped again by Richter.
This is the first time the Vancouver Canucks have won a Stanley Cup Finals game at home. Listen to the crowd from Vancouver. The Rangers will have to regroup, and if they are to break the 54-year jinx, they will do it on home ice.
We've had a chance to win in games 5 and 6. They responded. They played well. But we're looking at it as we got an opportunity to go home for game 7 to win the Stanley Cup. And like I said, what more could you ask for in that?
If you'd have said before the series that we could win 2 games in their building, I thought we'd been in great shape. But you know, now we got to win 3. That's quite a task to accomplish. But I think that we got a shot at it at least.
We feel that we can go in there and win and spoil their parade and their party and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, we're more concerned about our party and what we're going to do back here. They have every reason to have confidence, but we're a good team. We have a lot of confidence in ourselves, and we're going to be a tough team to beat too.
You've got 2 hockey teams that are very desperate to win the Stanley Cup, and it's come down to the 7th game. Let's let it go.
There's only one Stanley Cup and only one team gets on it, and that's what we want.
Yes, there would be practice tomorrow for the Canucks, but first, the fans take to the streets of downtown Vancouver to celebrate the Game 6 win. July 4th and New Year's Eve all rolled into one.